child my value on early childhood development, there's one thing I'm pointing out into it, that from childhood, start making your child to understand the value of his or herself. Yeah. First, know that if you as a parent, you like to do certain things on your body, definitely your child starts getting low self-esteem by wanting to do those same things on his or her body. So everything while you're grooming the child and the child is growing up, you have to do things that will boost his self-esteem, his recognition and acceptance of himself, of his or herself. So that's what I would really advise. So my guy who has that problem, please believe in yourself. Know that you are the man. What you need is the technique. Anything you have to do with a woman when you get married, it takes just maybe a couple of minutes, but couple of seconds or minutes. But the issue is the process. So when it's marriage time, go for that particular, how to go into the process.
Go for counseling. People that are experts in training people how to go into that. Anyway, don't let me finish it because I'm not married. All right. We also have a question here that is somehow related. So I want to bring them together now. He says, my wife is hardly satisfied on bed. I don't know why. Say, I have explored all known methods, but it seems not to meet with her standard. What should I do? Are people there? She has PhD in bedmatic. And this our brother probably is still school set. He has tried every angle, everything, but it's as if this woman is complaining always. So what should our brother do? The service?
My brother, what I will tell you in this case is this. If you talk to a man of God or you talk to a marriage counselor, he will tell you that 90% of the issues that they resolve amongst couples centers around that particular section and the intimate section. And the thing here is that two of you and your wife need to sit down and talk about this thing. Every woman has spots on her body that triggers her. And when you talk with her, she will tell you that, oh, honey, if you touch me here, you touch me here, I feel this way. Don't be shy. Don't feel like, the problem with us men is that at times we feel too entitled. Like, oh, it's my wife. Anytime I want it, I can just go get. No. The issue here is that it's a two-way kind of a thing. She needs it. She needs that satisfaction. You two need that satisfaction. So the main thing is that sit down with her. You two should talk. She will tell you that, oh, if you touch me here, you touch me here. I feel this way. You touch me, you touch me. And once you touch, you do the touching on those places. By the time you go into the next step of it, definitely she must have gotten that satisfaction where maybe then you are coming now just to satisfy yourself, and all of you leave the room smiling, and nobody has to give a knock on the child's head like, pass, go this way, because the person is angry.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Elvis. All right, I don't know if Mr.
He has said it. So I'm not married. I don't
You're not married.
Experienced, so I don't know to say anything.
I need to speak from the angle of a single. I read a lot. When it comes to relationship, at least to an extent, I try. Well, I want to counsel the person. You know, one thing is that Bible says marriage is honorable when the bed is undefiled. There's no how we can take out this piece of Bible there. Now, and in Genesis chapter number 2, Bible talks about the man came to his woman and was naked. Openness. You get it now? Now, if there are certain issues that you need to discuss pre-marriage, why not discuss? Let me hang it there. Number 3, for such a woman, may I say, let me say it on this show, that it's very possible for her to have explored so many guys with different sizes.
No, the issue here is this. It might not be so. It might not even be like that.
That I said probably.
Okay.
she might have explored. And you know, she has experienced so many tactics, and here is this innocent guy just coming her way, very innocent. On the wedding night, he tries to do what a man should do. And here comes the problem. So I want to encourage that brother, seek a counsel from a certified counselor.
And let that brother to do research. Because most of us men, we don't do research on this thing. There are women, I know there are women that have gotten into marriages and they discover that maybe the man is too big down there. And the woman does research on how to accept, to accommodate.
Yes.
There are situations where a woman has come with a man is, the woman looks for another means on how to do that. So the issue here is just that, as you say, openness. Openness. And please, people, before you get married, look, I want to say this. If you have a girl in your life and you are not able to say things to her as it is, communicate it to her, and you think you want to marry her, please stop it.
You're not ready.
You're not ready. Because why? These things are things you need to communicate. Say it before marriage. If the woman likes so much sex, as you see me, I like so much sex. The man, I like this. You people start talking about these things so that when you people get in now, you're ready for the whole thing. No time for like at least 1-2 times. There are moments where things can fall off along the line, but at least most of the time you will leave the room smiling, the bedroom smiling, and she will leave the bedroom too smiling. So that's
Thank you, sir. To round that up, just let me give this counsel. In the course of opening up to that person discussing such sensitive issue, please be careful of the emotion. Yes. It's very possible for you to be alone in the room and you keep, discussing such thing. You might not know what happened. Your emotion might override you, and there you go. So before you know, you have eaten the forbidden fruit. So please be guided. All right, permit me to read a comment from Emmanuel Kaiso. He says, first off, Mr. Pius, where did you get this question, sir? Now God do. Well, please, he said something very, very sensitive here. I don't know, maybe he's going to expatiate on it. He says, well, there are 2 kinds of manhood. I think I'm hearing that. Somehow. Okay, let me finish it. So the man should know the kind of manhood he has. Okay, he talk about the grower manhood and shower manhood. Grower and shower. Emmanuel Kaiso. Okay, it is well. Secondly, it's something today. It's not the size, but how well you use it. You can be taught how to use it well. If at all it is small, that's awesome. Thirdly, your self-esteem is your esteem, and your manhood size should not affect your self-esteem. Bam to you, sir. Okay. Regan Forbes Ungu says, Sir Regan, I can feel you there. The man is on the show. Thumbs up for you there. Say, discuss it over ice cream at Abdullah Mekes. This is my finish it too. Where everyone will see you, but not hear you. Oh, it's something. We just hope that we have not broken the table tonight. All right, I want to believe that our ladies outside there, we can also learn from this topic. It's not only men's topic. You might possibly come across men like that. You understand? So how should you handle such situation? Yeah. Then she also says, Mr. Phil, we work on laughter. Greeting to the whole panel. Thank you, ma. We celebrate you. Okay, I think we need to go. Now, we still have some other questions to treat here. Okay, now let me take this. It says, struggle is mostly characterized with man. Yeah. Why does this seem to be like that? That the life of a man is as if maybe from Genesis to the revelation of his life is like the man must struggle, the man must work hard to, fit into some situation. So why is it that the life of a man is somehow characterized with struggle? Can you please talk on this?
Yeah.
What are single as married?
The thing is this. Remember I said earlier that the way the society is structured, be it in the West, be it in Africa, be it everywhere, the way the society is structured, it is structured in a way that a man has to do something. He has to make advances. He has to make that step. And making that step takes risk. You get me? Our foreparents used to say, it takes a whole community to raise a man.
A whole community to raise a man.
It takes a whole community to raise
That's
a man.
Food for thought.
Because the task on his shoulder is daunting. Why? It's of recent that you see women going for battles. Those days, women stay in the house while the men go for battles. Irrespective of whatsoever women empowerment we receive today, we hear today, all those things are just people just talking. Because even in the advanced world, we hear of the Bush family, where we don't know about the name. I don't know the name of Bush's wife, for example, but I know of Bush. And the Bush family, the Bush legacy. We know of Obama. Michelle Obama. It's telling you that he made an advance and brought Michelle. The Bush, they made an advance and brought. It's an advanced world. It's in the advanced world too. So that's to tell you that the man from childhood, as you're growing up as a man, you have to prepare yourself on how to make advances. Advance in your career, advance in transforming the life of a woman. The woman will come to support you. The woman will come to guide you. But then you as the man, you have to be prepared because that's the way you have been made. That's the way you have been made. A woman at 18 can get things that a man at 25 or 30 can't get. It's the way she has been made. Biblically, we could see it. Why do you think when Jesus Christ was choosing his disciples, biblically, he chose mostly men? He took men because he saw that these are people, women. A woman has that soft mind to put together whatsoever you bring, let her put together. But the man could move over distance and sustain all those things. That does not mean the woman is weak, but the woman is to support.
Well, I think I came across a post as regard why did Jesus choose 12 male disciples. And the person said, if Jesus had chosen a female, probably she would have requested for transport fare. And that's something. Anyway, that's on a lighter mood. Doesn't mean that you women, you are fond of asking for money. But at least to satisfy you two, we need money.
Yes, definitely. So the man has to work to satisfy. And if you look at it biblically, it says that love. Man, love your husband, and woman submit. Who submits where things are not happening?
Financial power.
Things must be happening so that you see that actually submission is coming. So that's the thing. That's the thing that weighs on the shoulder.
Okay, let me ask from Philip. He asked anything. Why do we have much pressure?
You know, I feel like at a given age or stage in a man's life, there is always a pressure. You know, especially that pressure of that sense of responsibility. Yes, at least you know that you are a breadwinner, so you always have that pressure of providing. You know, as a man grow older, there is this growing belief and feeling that he's supposed to attain or achieve some certain things in life. And these are the expectations of his family and the society at large. And in most cases, the expectation turns out becoming a pressure. I just feel like the reason why men go through pressure every time is because of that sense of responsibilities to provide for the family. To provide for the family. Also,
a sense of responsibility. I think a few days ago I read of footballer from Senegal. He says he lost his father at 13 and he had dreamed to become a footballer. So he was asked what greater challenge will he got if he became the captain of Atletico Madrid at 17. And this was his response. He said, nothing was more difficult than becoming the breadwinner of my family at 13. Not even becoming captain at 17, but at 13, becoming the breadwinner. That speaks a lot. That at 13, all eyes are on you. what could this guy bring to the table? Just has to go there, fetch for himself, fetch for maybe the mother and the siblings. And that's the pressure there. So kudos to all guys outside there. You are really trying. Your hustle must pay. Yes. As this year is going to an end, your hustle must surely pay.
No be lie.
Yes, no be lie. So honestly, we give thumb ups to you because so much expectation is on you. From mother to father, if you are married, from the in-law, from the, the sister ones.
Too much.
Too much.
Forget, even you can have an elder sister. You can have an elder sister that takes care of everybody in the house, right? That takes care, sends you money, send this, send this, send this. And you can have an elder brother that takes care of everybody in the house. Know that beside everybody in the house, that elder brother has a girl outside that he needs to take care of that girl.
Another outside.
You understand me? But elder sister has just only the people in the house to care for. You get me? But brother must have somebody extra to do something for. So the pressure is too much.
We should call it extended pressure.
Extended pressure. Oh, I've told you I've got big pictures on the show today. Extended pressure. Wow, that's so awesome.
That's
okay.
Adjective for that.
All right. Ademo Oluwasegun asks in comment from Facebook. He says, "Bro, Emmanuel, I greet you. You are a specialist. Please explain further." I'm a specialist. Well, not practically. But I always said, I read so wide. Because normally, one of the problems we have, especially as a Christian brother, is that we consider it a sin not to read such books. I don't see it as a sin. Yes. So I read a lot of relationship. I read a lot. And I brought a lot from Nigeria here with me. So that is why I said, at least not to some extent, not a specialist. Thank you, sir. All right. Ivana Kaiser says, please, is it possible for a man to marry a ready-made woman too? A ready-made woman.
What's a ready-made woman?
Maybe she has everything.
What is everything?
Like finance. She, probably but have gotten a car. That's one of the things that ladies seek for today. They want to look for a guy that rides on very good car.
So a guy that wants a woman that really has.
So she is not asking that, is it possible for a man to marry a ready-made woman too? When a rich man marries a rich woman, it's wealth all through. Wealth all through. I want a woman who is rich. Hey, you will see, sir. Don't worry. Rich financially, or rich in idea, or rich in connection. Anyone, just be rich. Okay, now the question is back to us. Can a man marry a ready woman?
There is nothing like a ready-made person. Because every human being is a work in progress. So stepping in the life of a fellow human, you two are just to understand yourselves on some issues. And it depends on, in life, everybody has his or her own priorities. And it depends on your vision. If we are talking about marriage, I will tell anybody willing to marry to focus first on the vision. Because it is that vision that a man has that will choose the woman. If, let's say, the man is business inclined, let's say in fashion, that man, he's business inclined in fashion. That man, if the man goes to choose, let's say, a person that is not into fashion, maybe the person is into medicine, for example. Maybe because the person is already ready-made, the person has the money and so on and so forth. Whereas he doesn't have any idea with respect to medicine and so on, he was more into fashion. There is a chance that that particular relationship might have problems along the line because why? The man's language might not flow with the woman's language. And the issue here is that that man, the vision you brought on the table, maybe your vision was to open a fashion shop. But that woman, it's difficult for that woman to align because the woman's vision is to open a pharmacy. So at one point in time, you realize that you the man, you find yourself like all the time like, I am the man in this house. When I say this, and all the time you need to repeat yourself like to prove that I am the man. I am the man. I am the man. And when you see somebody who starts saying to you that, do you know that I'm your elder brother? Do you know that I'm your husband? Know that already the person himself is already psychologically challenged. So there is no ready-made woman. The main woman or man, the main thing is find your vision and find a woman that fits into your vision. If you are a writer, for example, find a journalist where you know that, as a writer, a journalist is somebody who read news and she can edit my work. She can look at my work. If you are a businessman, look for a businesswoman too, that you two can think business thing, a common understanding. That's my view. So there's no ready-made woman.
According to Mr. it says no ready-made woman. And
man.
No ready-made woman or man. And Oluwa told me, says on Facebook that exactly, there's nothing like a ready-made person. Bless you, sir. Thank you, sister. Bless you too. Okay, let's go into another question we have. It says, I stay abroad while my wife is back home in Africa. On daily basis, I'm tempted to go into a relationship with someone else. Yeah. I love my wife, but the financial capacity to bring her with me isn't available for now. What should I do? We are talking about silent struggle, unspoken struggle that men go through. Either you are in a relationship back in Africa, you are yet to be married, but the pressure of coming to Istanbul or any parts of the globe say, yeah, this woman, what pushed me into marrying that woman back home in Africa? There's a temptation. So what should that man do or that brother do?
Since this show is over my head. Now, the thing is this. If you ask anybody who is married, the person will tell you, even if the person is the richest person in the world, he will tell you that after I got married, there are some points in time where you ask yourself, like, why did I get married? Where you feel like, how is it a good decision? Majority of the people always ask, they can ask themselves that question. It's normal. But the thing is that when you find yourself in that, ask yourself, do I believe in myself? Yes. If you believe in yourself, you believe in your decision. If you've come abroad and your wife is back there in Africa, in Nigeria, the thing is this. There is self-control. There is self-control. You can control yourself till the time you go over, you meet your wife. And because involving yourself, look, my brother, woman and money.
Yeah.
Woman is budget. So you have a family back home, and now you're starting a family, you are meeting another girl here, you're getting in a relationship with a girl. Just imagine, maybe your little job you're doing, you're making some little money, because from your question, it shows that maybe you don't really have the means. The financial capacity is not really there. So implying that maybe you're making some minimal sum of money here and you're engaging in a new relationship. That relationship, you're spending.
Yes.
To build a relationship, you have to spend. As a man, you have it on your shoulder. Yeah. Even if the woman gives you today, gives you tomorrow, the next day, the woman will open her hand and tell you that, this is my shoe. A man bought it for me. You, what can
How far now?
How far?
Yeah.
So the thing is, my brother, put yourself together. The day you go back, you meet your husband. But for your wife, for some other things that we can talk privately, but we can't talk about that.
Oh, that's really awesome. Okay, let's come from the perspective of a single.
Yes.
You are engaged in court back home.
Okay.
And maybe a year or two into the relationship. Now, suddenly you find yourself abroad to explore what is there or probably to seek greener pasture. And here are you. You spent like 2 years, total like 4 years. 2 years back home, 2 years here. Now you have seen one sister in the church, in the choir, in the ushering unit. This sister is sparkling. Her voice is something. Why shouldn't I just grab this lady? So as a single brother, what should you do?
For me, like you rightly said, self-discipline. You have to discipline yourself.
Don't forget you're not married though. You're not taking her to your house.
Yes. Even if you are not married, there's what we call self-discipline. You have to discipline, knowing fully well that someone is waiting for you back home in Africa. Except maybe there is a little misunderstanding. You'll be like, okay, fine. I don't want.
That is not self-created.
Yes.
No misunderstanding could be created.
Okay, no misunderstanding could be
created. For the sake of something.
Okay, for the sake of something. So now you have to discipline yourself, knowing fully well this such person is waiting for you. Because I just believe that without self-discipline, in such situation, you can't go far. You just fall into temptation.
Yes,
you fall off.
And even back home, even when you are with a woman, man, you not close your eyes.
Yes.
You understand? You still move on the street and you still see them girls, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, and
with flags and bags.
Yeah,
funny enough,
very good Arsenal and Manchester.
Funny enough is when you are in a relationship, that's when you see more beautiful girls. So you have to discipline yourself. That's seriously more beautiful than the one you have. So that's when you have to discipline yourself. So that's
irrespective of the morals. Let's put aside morals that to a certain extent it's morally wrong, you know. But irrespective of that, my brother, the stress already first with one.
It's too much.
It's already
okay.
Something.
It's already enough, yes.
You get me? Because there are moments you will come back home in the evening, the one in Nigeria will call you and start telling you some kind of things that will make your head scatter. And before you are turning to this one, man, it's really like a jigsaw puzzle. So I will advise you to just keep yourself self-control. First thing, just make yourself in self-control. Occupy yourself most of the time with your guys. When you sit with your guys, people have a chat, join programs in church. Don't keep yourself idle. Because when you keep yourself idle, you start thinking of those things. So when you come back from work, you're tired, you sleep, or if you're not tired, you join groups in church. You join meetings, like there is Nigeria meeting in Istanbul, there is church group here, there is Imo State people in Istanbul, there is Savongari people in Istanbul. You join groups. So you join those groups. Go there, you relax, chat, come to church, you relax, and then you see that time is passing. But when you sit on your own, you start thinking, you start seeing yourself getting in some things that, so distract yourself.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. All right, let me take some comments from the Facebook. And Oluwatomi says, sorry to say, sir, but your eyes is outside already. That brother. Because relationship these days, too aren't cheap. Relationship aren't cheap. So that means you got to get something in your pocket to sustain relationship. Okay, thank you, sister. She also says, exactly, woman and money, we know before. God will help us. Imana Kaya says, if the woman is the one abroad and she is tempted to go into relationship, and the man is in Africa, what will he advise his wife to do? Simple. He should control himself till he meets his wife, or he should bring his wife over, or he should go back home. Two options. Go back home, bring your wife. Number two, if you can afford that, go join her at home. It is well. So he also says, okay, he made a reply to Oluwatomi's comment that, sorry to say, sir, but your eyes is outside already because the relationship. Okay, he says, this one you are commenting today, please be commenting like this every week, man. Thank you so much. Lemolu says, work towards bringing your wife, start saving. I left my wife just 2 weeks after wedding, just 2 weeks, and I tried my best to bring her in 6 months after. That's very awesome. Resist the temptation of going into another relationship. Don't go there. Oh, okay. I think, okay, Oluwatobi also replied that he said, Imana Kaiso, I tune in whenever I can, sir, and I have something to say. Then I will, sir. Not just today. Thanks, sir. Oh, so many comments. Aibola Young says, you are looking for a way to bring in your wife, and you are tempted to go into another relationship. You are prepared for the consequences. You don't have money, but you are thinking of relationship. It's a misplaced priority. It is well. God's helping us. Wow. Okay. Then he also said lastly that if your wife is in Nigeria, if your wife in Nigeria can stay faithful to you, then nothing stops you from being faithful 2. Well, we shouldn't go into the question of who is more faithful between a man or a woman. All right, we have limited time. Just let me ask this last question. Should the pressure or the struggle placed on man by society, by family, by everything, hinders the man from serving God effectively or acceptably anywhere he finds himself, either abroad or back home anywhere?
The first thing is life in itself is spiritual. Anything that manifests in the physical existed in the spiritual. That's my belief. So, if you're that person that believes in the spiritual and there is God, definitely, serve Him. Nothing should hinder you, whether you're abroad or you're wheresoever. Serve Him. But in the process of serving Him, because definitely you are on the hustle field. You are hustling and so on. But in the process of serving Him, one thing which I always say is that the purpose of our life, why God created us, God created us after He had created the garden. And when He created the garden, He said, go and take care of things in the garden. Implying that we go and manage the things in the garden. And managing those things in the garden came with time, because He had already made day and night. So managing your time is God's purpose for your life. So first thing first, you manage your time, your hustling time, and the time to serve God, everything, because all of them, they work hand in hand. Because you need to fight the spirit. After fighting the spirit, it will manifest in the physical. So I don't think back home, being abroad, wheresoever, it should disturb you from it. If it disturbs you, then that means you've abandoned your God, the purpose of God in your life. Your mission in this world, I mean.
That's awesome. Mr. Phil?
I think pressure, serving God under pressure shouldn't should it hinder you from serving God? Because even in our social life, if you go out to look for a job, they'll ask you, can you work under duress? Can you work under pressure?
Can you work under pressure?
So if you can't serve God under pressure, I feel like that's where the profit is. When you serve God under pressure, because it will be so bad if you can only serve God when you are comfortable, when you are comfortable enough to serve.
But as a man, you'll never be comfortable.
So our needs are insatiable.
So if you can accept a job that if you can tell your boss that you can work under duress, so why not serve God under duress, under pressure?
Wow.
So.
Thank you so much. Just one more comment from Facebook. From Alexander Compan. It says, in Turkey, I feel men cheat more because the girls give themselves out cheaply. Only God knows that.
No. No. Sorry, I chipped something from that. Please. That, Mr. Alexander, seriously, abroad, I happen to have been to the UK, Germany, Australia, US, Turkey, and so on. If ladies in Turkey is like a land where the hustle is really heavy. So if you feel that, then if you find yourself in the US, then that's where you want to start. Here in Turkey, most of the ladies here take good care of themselves. The problem is just that we, the guys that are living in Turkey here, we instead waste ourselves because we think that the ladies are cheap. You spend the money that you could do something, you spend it on her because the lady is not cheap. You spend money on the lady, exactly. So she's not cheap. So rather you are cheap because you lure her with what you have. Yes, you lure her with what you have. Exactly. So the lady is not cheap. She's expensive. Yeah. She came to us and you gave her money. So I think, my man, go and to recheck that.
Okay, thank you. From whichever angle we are looking at it, either ladies are cheap or whatsoever. I think there is need to strike a balance there. Yeah. Yes. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today on this wonderful show. I'm so happy to host these wonderful people on the show today. Thanks for honoring our invitation on the Youth ARISE Chatline. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, before we bring the show to an end today, wedding bell, wedding bell, wedding bell. All right, we want to bring to your notice that one of our members in the Youth ARISE Chatline is going to be taking his wife to the altar next week, Saturday. And that's in person of Mr. Simon Olufisayo. All right, if you are around Nigeria, you can just feel free to grace the occasion because it's going to be a surprise for him. So we wish you happy married life, Mr. Simon. Your wife blessed with twins, with triplets, and every other thing. And all right, before we also go, may I please bring to your notice that the Redeemed Christian Church of God New Life Assembly here in Istanbul, Turkey, is embarking on 30 days of fasting and prayer, which started on the 1st of November. It's going to run through to the end of this month. And in view of this, we are having 30 minutes of prayer from 12 a.m. to 12:30 every night. It's connected to be on Zoom, so please feel free to join us, and your prayer shall be answered in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. All right, on a final note, can we take just a piece of advice for all men struggle outside there, just in 1 minute?
Any brother who is watching here, the thing is this: be brave, take risk, and you will get results. Be brave, take risk, and result is guaranteed.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. That was awesome. Yes, to Mr.
Prayerful.
And be prayerful. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Yes, Mr. Phil.
For me, I would say don't be shy to seek advice, to seek help whenever you are going through anything in life. So the struggle is real, so don't be shy to seek help. So that's what I have to say.
Well, I'm from my desk as the host for tonight. I want to encourage all brothers there, number one, to encourage yourself that you are not a failure. Regardless of what you are going through now, your level of weight for now, whatever you have achieved, even if you don't have a fleet of car for now, doesn't describe you as a failure. So believe in yourself, in your vision, and the end result shall be awesome. Thank you so much. We expect to see you next week Tuesday, same time and on same link. God bless you.